Hi guys, it looks like the US administration is treating Japan, the European Union and other allies with nothing but contempt. So the Treasury Secretary was interviewed by Fox News where he was talking about these hundreds of billions of dollars that are about to be spent in the United States. Well, it seems that it's not going to be the companies directing the investment, it's going to be Donald Trump. Have a listen to this.
We have these agreements in place where the Japanese, the Koreans, and to some extent the Europeans will invest in companies and industries that we direct them largely at the president's discretion.
And how does that work? I mean, it's almost like an offshore appropriation. I'm not sure we've ever had anything like that in the States before. Have you consulted with the Senate Finance Committee or the House Ways and Means Committee or what?
Well, Larry, I think a good framing of that is other countries, in essence, are providing us with a sovereign wealth fund. So
they're going to buy our goods. That's essentially what's going on. Wait, let me step back. They're going to build our factories. They're going to help us to build new factories, which Mr. Trump loves.
Exactly. So the way to think about it is these huge surpluses accumulated offshore. Let's take Japan. We're going to have $550 billion, and they will be reinvesting that back into the U.S. economy, and we will be able to direct them as we reshore these critical industries. We are trying to de-risk the U.S. economy from what we saw during COVID.
Okay, so basically what he's saying here is that the US administration is going to threaten, use mafia tactics with allies like Japan, South Korea, and Europe. What you need to do is you need to invest in our state, in our country. Otherwise, you're going to face consequences. But there's an added caveat. We're going to direct that investment. Now, I said before, I don't know how the Trump administration is going to extract hundreds of billions of dollars from the EU, because it's not the EU doing business with the US, it would be European-based businesses. But they would invest in the United States where they would see fit. They would normally invest in, okay, is there a market here? We'll invest there. Is there a place for us to build a factory? We're going to build a factory and invest there. But it seems to be not that. I still don't understand the full details here, but it seems to be the case, and I've looked into this and other people have been saying something similar. This is about extracting cash from allies. You want to invest in the US? Well, we're going to decide where that money goes. It's not going to be you deciding based on market factors. We, the Trump administration, is going to direct this money. Now, this is not the way things normally work. He mentioned a sovereign wealth fund. But this is not a sovereign wealth fund. A sovereign wealth fund is normally in the country, not outside. And he's saying it's outside and we're going to get access to that. None of this makes any sense. Now, this comes at the same time as another story that's broken, which is not getting a lot of traction, but the Trump administration have exempted Intel and NVIDIA, which are massive chip producers. They have given them a sort of exemption when it came to restrictions on selling chips to China. So as we know, there's an AI race going on, and these chip companies want to sell into China because it's a growing market. But there are restrictions for national security reasons. So Donald Trump and his administration have said, well, you can sell now into China, but you must pay a 15% exit tax, which is actually unconstitutional. So once again, the Trump administration is tearing up the Constitution. He doesn't care about the rule of law, and he's creating exemptions for some reason. We don't know the full reason behind that. I don't know if there's been some favor taking place, like what we saw with Apple, which was quite embarrassing recently. So what is Donald Trump doing? Honestly, I'm not sure, because it seems to be the case that he's wanting to pressure European companies or countries to invest in the US, but there will be caveats. You must invest where we decide. This is central planning. This is something you would probably see in China. It's not investment into the US by normal means. It's investment, but through the Trump administration. And of course, Donald Trump would likely take some sort of cut at some stage. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.